Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? Happy Wednesday. Oh, Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Hope you all enjoying yourself, having a great weekend. Oh, great week. I am also myself having a great week. Today is my Friday at work. So after tonight, when I get home in the morning, I start my weekend. I have a 3 day weekend. I'll be off Thursday, Friday, and also Saturday. And I go back to work Sunday. And here, y'all see the thumbnail? Y'all see this? Y'all see I put a little image of Kenya because she won't be forgotten or never be missed, and forever be missed but never forgotten. And hit that like button when you come in. Enjoy, say hey, welcome. I'm gonna stay behind the screen for now until people comes in and make comments. Once I start seeing people comments and stuff, and then I'll show myself. Listen, so I saw the last two episodes. Okay. It was nice. I enjoyed it and everything. Not wowed me, but at the same time, it wasn't boring at all. And I feel like, yes, I do like Angela. Angela's like she's moving the goalposts, like that she had to do the job. Like they said, listen, Kia's not around, she can't move the goalposts, so she can't do things and move the storyline along and be a little messy. I guess Angela said she gotta do it. Right. And I like Kelly too. Kelly and Angela so far to me have been great additions. And Shamir always been around, but finally she became a peach holder. So those three have been really good addition. Now Britt Buju, yes. I think every time I do a review, her last name will be changing. She will not be going on Edie. So it will be Britt Buju. And child, no, I can't. And if we get Peach, she was gonna say she's a quintessential housewife. She got it. She could stand on her truth and she's very honest. And you ask her questions and this and that. I said, stop slipping so far off of her cooch box because that's not what she's doing, and she's not standing nothing. Because instead of standing proud and then listen, yes, I did this, I did that, and what we all have done stuff in the past. Yes, I slob in a knob like a corn in a cob. I did all of that and whatnot. I'm not afraid. So yeah, you could try to embarrass me with my past, but that's what I did. I don't do that now. I'm married. I have a business. All that stuff. I'm here. And what? And that's how you shut it down. But that's what all this. Oh my God! My business isn't this, man. You trying to get? I would say, listen, get it. Granted, I'm not being insensitive to the fact that stuff like that could damage his people, especially they feel like they was young, they did some mistakes or whatnot. If it was a mistake or not, they did things in the past. They thought they scrubbed everything off, but I guess it wasn't a great cleaning scrub and everything. So yes, seeing that in a public like that. Hey, Sambu, how you doing? How's the wrestling going? Child, they acting the fool over there. Hold on, hold on. Got so many tabs now. What's going on? Listen, I understand that it could be damaging, so I'm not being insensitive with that. But I'm not. You cannot tell me that stuff like that happened just recently that made you get loss of wages or something like that. Because the last time, hey, Jado, what's going on? How you been? You can't just tell me that just was so damaging that it's affected your business and you lost wages, it's like that. Because if you say that's defamation of character and all that stuff, and you lost business like that, then you just prove that, and then you got something that's on here. But all I know is just the only thing about it is that you're embarrassing. It was embarrassing to have your picture like that in front of people, which we all say, and we all say a lot of YouTubers, everything say, even we Kenyan fans or not, or we like Kenya on the show. I like Kenya. I don't have no issues with her. She has been a villain for the show. She did great on the show. I don't have issues. She stand on it. She stand on her truth. Whatever it is, how y'all feel about how she's like to poke people, yes, she's reactive. She's always been like that. She's very reactive. So if you don't mess with her, she don't have to go too far with you. Sometimes she does go far, but she's very reactive. Yes, right. Life is life. I know that's right. Life is life. If it was so hurtful, she wouldn't be posting. Exactly. And then saying that she didn't do this, she didn't do that, she didn't want to be doing all that and doing craziness. I said, girl, bye. You're not that freaking embarrassed. Yeah. You're not that embarrassed. So I said, Brit Bougie, stop it. So that whole crying scene and stuff, that was not moved. Because if you was not trying to be act like you was so freaking gangster or a street fuck, yeah. Oh, I got to work the pictures for girls like you. Hey, Keisha Ray, what's going on? You're not late. I just thought I go too far in. How's work coming along? It's like that. And I saw your comment and I responded, but it seemed like I don't see it anymore. I got to see what happened. What you two doing with your comment? Mm. Yeah, because they be acting up. They be wasting comments and stuff. So I got to find it and see what it's at, unless they uploading something like that. But yeah, Big Bougie was doing all that. I said, girl, oh, I got pictures of retro bitches like you. You don't wanna you gonna learn today. You gonna learn today. I got stuff like that. Yeah, with the nose pinch and everything. You gonna learn today. I don't play with that. You go I was like, okay. If he wasn't doing all that, none of this other stuff would have happened. We're gonna talk about King's Confessionals too, because we got other details about it. And so if he wasn't doing all that, then and also if he had no imaginary beef with Kenya. And I do believe that Brit Bougie want to come in and act like she was going to be the next villain, to be the next Kenya or whatever. I said, you can't, no, you can't do that. Yeah, I was early. I put the comment yesterday because I thought the live started. I was doing good. That's right. Well, I'm here. I'm here, boo. Yeah, you got to learn today, do all of that. All of that. If you want to be a villain, you got to stand in it. Stand in it. Like him. Can you know she was a villain for seasons? And she admitted, stand on it, know what she did, and that's that. So if you go be that, stand in it. Say, yeah, I did this. You don't go on, you don't create no statement before the season started. Say you didn't do no such thing, and you didn't threaten nobody, and you didn't do all that, knowing that you did. And now you want to give these little half attempt apologies. Or you can say that for somebody else. We ain't buying it. But let's get to these episodes. So Britt Bougie in her house, crying to the store and said, thank you, boo. Yes. Join the Discord. The Discord link is in my description box down below. I can update it. I think it still works. If that doesn't work, y'all let me know and I'll update it to a new one. Because it should never expires. Um Crying, showing her husband act like he didn't really care. I mean, he had to show like he's scared. But he was like, oh really? Oh, why she would do that? Yeah. Oh, don't cry. Like, uh-huh. Hi, JBX. How you doing? It's been a long time I see you. How you been? Chill. Coming through, y'all. My Missy's showing up today. I love it. Love it. Yeah, she said the photo ruined her life. I said, how much did it ruin? What's going on? I know you probably watching the bushes, but I love it. Love y'all. It's like that, yeah. She said it's just ruined her life and she might lose her license. And it's just too much. And it's like, why'd you do this? And you don't know. And I have it for in 2 days. And it's that. I said, granted, maybe she didn't have it for 2 days. And it was so detrimental. I said, you ain't gonna lose your license, girl. I mean, did they open an investigation because of that? No, I think they opened an investigation for something else you was doing, girl. Not because she just showed a picture in a figure event that you wasn't even there for. But okay, girl. But she's like, everybody DM me and texting me and stuff like that. and, and I did some oral when I was a teenager. I said, "Oh, so you try to go that little route?" And that's what oral when I was a teenager, and I did webcam when I was 20s, and I had everything wiped out the internet, and then she would embarrass me like that. And I just said, I was like, "Oh, child," and I was just saying, watching that scene, like, Child, look at that. The Brick Buju spirit just came out. Child. The Brick Buju, her spirit came out. I said, nah, you're not going to talk today. Not about me. I know. Sorry, y'all. I'm back. Child, it just came out of nowhere. I said, what the hell spectrum going on here? Just gave out and out. Swear. I'm not editing that black part. It just going to have to still stay what it is. And I'm editing that. And this is what it is. Because we start over. Yeah. How do you think Brit is handling everything, doing too much? You will have done something different. Yes, she is doing too much. And the way how she was acting in episode 6, she made it seem like nobody should care about Kenya, and Kenya was wrong, and she was the only one messed up. And like that, I'm glad what Angela said. So you forget that when we started, you started from the middle, and a lot of people start from the middle and the end instead of starting from what happened. Did you think that Kenya would have done that? Now, yes, Kenya was wrong for what she did. She took it too far, but that's how she is sometimes. She took it too far. But would you think she would have done that? Oh, that Britt Buju spirit came. She said, "Miss was talking about me, even though a lot of people talk about her." And she said, "Nah, I'm gonna learn today." She said, "I'm gonna learn today." Child, girl, I'm still gonna talk about you, so I ain't learned nothing. But yeah, she do too much. Like if you is starting to go and creating this imaginary beef with Kenya, they didn't want to have this issue. It would have been no stuff to be digging up. Don't start with nobody if you want to dig nothing stuff digging up on your past and you so embarrassed about. Because if I would put Buju, I was like, listen, yes, we all yes, and I'm not embarrassed. So what's up? Yeah, you didn't give me a hug. That wasn't a hug, Kenya. Kenya, you didn't give me a hug, Kenya. Kenya, you didn't give me the hug. You didn't give me the hug, Kenya. That was a pet. That was a pet, Kenya. That was a hug. You didn't give me a hug, Kenya. I said, girl, shut the F up. That was a pet. That ain't no hug. I said, girl, you go around asking for hugs. What love you didn't get growing up? That wasn't a hug, Kenya. You didn't give me the hug. That was a pet. Shut the F up. You doing the most. I got you, boo. I give you all the information. Mm. So it's well, chill. It took me a second to realize why I see that more modern face of put Tumblr. Yes, exactly. Chill. Pitched up now. That wasn't a home, no. That was a home. That was a pet. You gotta have the bang, girl. You gotta have the bang. I'm so hurt because you saw my picture, her hands in there, and there was her hands in there. I said, girl, whatever. So Kelly came through and visited Britt. She said, girl, that was too much because, I was like, why can't you do that? Because I ain't had that experience with her. Why you do that? You so long because you wasn't opening. And I walked up and she did all that. So I bought some of it, Ivy Rejuvenation for you, girl, because I know you need it. And I'm here for you, girl. Why? Yeah, she was just tasteless. That photo was just tasteless. Yeah, she said she'd be poking me since the moment I met her. She said, No. I said, Kelly, stop it. Because you were just around saying that you didn't hear nothing and whatnot. You didn't hear no, I didn't hear no pistol. I ain't hearing pistol. No pistol. I ain't hearing. And then now online, now that you and Britt Boujou is done, or not friends or not close like that, now you saying that, oh, yes, you saw it. Oh, now you saw it all the time? Before you say you ain't heard nothing. So they're gonna be good. So Kelly want to do a freaking brunch, peace brunch for the ladies to get them together and have some peace with them in the group. Yes, exactly. Now Kelly saying something different, say differently. So everyone just lied and gaslit Kenya and no one. Exactly. Everybody made it seem like Kenya was wrong. Yeah, Kenya was wrong, but everybody made it seem like Kenya did not get heard what she heard, and she had no reason to do what she did. No, she had every reason to do what she did. Not in that manner. She should have done it in that manner. But she had every reason to do what she did. Because she went to, we're gonna talk about Confessionals too. She went to production that night. Now everybody said, why she didn't go to HR? Why she did. She went to production, they didn't do nothing. It was a so-called investigation. They didn't do nothing. They took it seriously. So she took matters in her own hand, which was very like, yes, messed up. But she took matters in her own hands. Because y'all ain't do nothing. Everybody gonna act like they didn't hear it, or she didn't say it, or there was no big deal. To this day, people act like it's no big deal. I said, go ahead. Y'all act like y'all be go ahead and get the Brit Boujou spirits in y'all and go to your job. Go ahead. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. What happened? Get the boot bitches. Oh, child. Get the Boujou spirit. Because I got aggravated. She messed up my figure into it. Get that Boujou spirit and go to your job and do what you say. You don't have to have no, you don't have to say. Everybody say, oh, she didn't say that. Yes, she did. She was in the vicinity. It's a veiled threat. Implied threat. Yes. If that person in the same room as you screaming on top of your lungs, you gonna nerve today. To the point that Kenya was scared. She had to get in the freaking car with peach juice because she was waiting for her own car. Oh, she said, oh, yeah, girl, let me get with you. Get the hell out of here. Yeah, she's good for the show. Don't get me wrong, she's good for the show. But yes, I don't like how she's dancing a whole different tune all of a sudden. Because everybody would say, yes, this is definitely what happened. She was definitely threatened and everything. Yes, my girl took it too far, but make it seem like Bougie was a mistake and she didn't mean it and like that. That's the F out of here. I don't know you like that. And everybody say, oh, it doesn't mean she go. I said, what the hell a girl supposed to do? What freaking function does a firearm do to a person? Especially you're not trained to hit a target without unaliving them. What is the function of a firearm? What's the ethic procedure when you have a firearm to your head? I'm sure it's not a prop. It's not to fix things. It's not to cut things. If you use a firearm, what is the function? Like we like to do conjunction, what's your function? What is the function? Y'all answer me. Because everybody act like the function of a firearm is to squirt water. To squirt water. A lot of people now are police officers or trained. So if you fire it, what are you supposed to intend to do? Yes, a big eye roll. Because everybody's acting, that's a child. You know what? I gotta look at I'm not a big platform yet. Cause everybody share. Because if everybody sees those sick English stuff like that, I probably wouldn't block them. But I still do. I mute and block people who want to speak at Twitter and stuff like that. Because I said, I don't got time for y'all statements because y'all acting stupid. So she be having an event at her house and they all say Ken Twitter down to hell. And she never came back up. And I said, I don't know, I will forgive you if you would do something like that. I don't know, I will forgive you if you would do something like that. Oh yes, Shanique, that hour was definitely deep. Welcome, Missy. How you doing? For real. Sometimes people get you aggravated. You got to go deep with the eye rolls and stuff. She was like, I said, ain't nothing for y'all to forgive. I will never forgive Buju acting like it's a freaking Love and Hip Hop Housewives edition. Go over there. If you want to be a VH1 girl, go to VH1. They looking for new editions. Even though I don't even watch those shows anymore either. Go to BBW. They're looking for new editions. I watch that show either. Go to Baddies. I don't watch that show either. Go to those shows. Oh, welcome. Welcome to the Busy Family. I'm just like, I like to have a good time. I'm a small platform, but I like to have a good time with my views. I don't take none of these shows seriously. And welcome. I hope you, thank you for joining it. Yeah, so go to those shows if you want to act alike. And they see people going to learn today. Because they will go toe to toe with you. Me and Housewives don't do that. If you can't hand up with the weeds, don't go quick to we can fight. And everybody act like this is how it's supposed to be. And, especially when that, we ain't going back. We ain't going back. Especially when that freaking blow up and happen Potomac. I don't watch that show anymore. Everybody act like it's a freaking street mentality. You can't say nothing. Don't say nothing with your mouth can't cash. I said, since when we got to start fighting when we can't read each other? That's the name of the game. That's the name of the game. And I talk about all franchises when they go too far and throwing stuff and shaking tables and throwing glasses and hitting each other. I said, God, you to go that far? Can't we sit down and eat? Why would pay for the food and you can't eat nothing? Just eat and shade. It's like, gosh. That's what I can't be in this show because I would have been like disengaged. I said, okay, girl. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got it. Can I get some more of that shrimps and some salmon over here? Come on, because I don't got time for this. Yeah. I'll be going back when dancing to Mary J. Blige after y'all arguing and shit. So Angela, I like Angela. Angela's like, listen, now I wish Angela would go bulk up a little bit more because Peach was acting like everybody scared of her. With her flotation device behind. Like everybody acting like she ain't scared of Peach Juice. But I like Angela a little bit. She's standing in here. Cause she's like, girl, talk to me like I'm 5 years old. You want to talk to me like a child? Talk to me like I'm 5. Like, girl, you have your moment. You doing too much. Yes, I invited you and what? So Angela asked question Peach Juice. So what you know about Charles? What you said? Because I gotta say, she's like, I was joking. I said, I don't know you nothing but joking. I said, oh, so it would be wrong if I joke about why you stole that lady husband? Why you stole that lady husband? You know you will get the Shamia treatment? You know you will get the Shamia treatment? Huh? You got to scam her? You didn't watch enough MTV Catfish? Watch Mizzle channel. He reviewed Catfish. You would know all the African scammers. Huh? You know how to find that. So you jump so quickly. You jump so exactly. And listen, a lot of us don't be going there and fighting. Everybody internet act like they thug gangsters. They fight all the time. I said, since when the last time you had a fight? Because the last time I had a fight was in middle school. I may have little arguments, but physical fighting, that was in middle school. Nah, you ain't touching all of this. Nah. And I'm not a fighter either. You might walk my behind. It's fine, but I'm not fighting. Exactly. Let's eat some food. Chill. I'm a foodie. I love to eat. I was playing. I said nobody playing. You know you get the Shamia treatment. You know you gonna give me a Shamia life, and you got scammed by the African. You do know they call African scammers, right? You do know that, right? You quit all your jobs, girl. You quit all your jobs. No, I'm joking. I'm joking for saying all that. You quit all your jobs because you thought you were gonna get the level of lifestyle, huh? Now you back on this show pretending you the girl. No, you was nothing. And everybody asks you questions. Don't be asking me none of that. And she called him Papa. I said, what the fuck? You know what? Oh no, we gonna talk about that because that's happened next. She said, "Oh yeah." I said, "Girl, you wasn't playing," and I said, "No, don't play like that." Because if we really want to get to it, I could get like that. And now that's why I wish Kelly would have stayed on it. I don't care how people are like, "Oh, Kelly came too strong." I know Kelly came right. Now she backed out. Now we got disappointed. I said, "Girl, you supposed to keep that energy." Defending your friend Big Buju, you should stay on Peach Juice neck. Because he ain't gonna skate by this whole season, what she is doing that. She's skating by the season 9 trying to hold on and try to give about sob stories and be sorry for you about, oh, Pilar calling Simon Papa. I said, ain't no freaking way you're gonna let your daughter call some dusty ass man called Papa. Fuck out of here. She has a father. That hoe over there, this hot door man hoe. Yes, she has a father. She got her Papa. And now you try. He displayed your name or internet, and you gonna text him and say Pilar asking for you. I said, okay, if I was Simon, I wouldn't answer either. For real, Shabir was smart enough to keep her jobs under that after she got married to Africa. Exactly. Keep your like girl. Call Papa. I said, girl, ew, that's whack. It was like a family. I said, how much of the family y'all was? It was only a couple months. What's the family y'all have? Like, it was only a couple months, girl. She felt safe. Safe enough. Exactly, Shami. Did he like him? Did he like that the daughter called another guy Pop Pop? And if so, I said, "What a dusty man's you." I'm Pop Pop. And Pop Pop, that's not like that's something you call for someone's grandfather. Now, if you call him a grandfather, no, he ain't no grandfather. You should call your grandpa Pop Pop. But yeah, you know, it was a real man. I thought I would feel safe for him, but he didn't show me the real him. It was I said because you jumped on a freaking hot dog, so you jumped on a stick and thought you had the African lifestyle so quickly that you didn't see the signs. And I don't care what Lily I say about what Simon Fallon was doing. So what? He was still technically married to that girl. I don't care what Fallon was hopping and slipping or sliding or skipping or freaking double dutching on the D. I don't care what she was doing. He was just as much a form of stepping out his marriage just as much as she was. I don't care. We ain't talking about Fallon. And I did this happened way before Fallon started even entertaining some young guy. So I don't care about all that stuff y'all were talking about. Hey Stevie, and I miss my other one. He gonna make me. Yes, I miss Stevie too. My fur Mizzy. You know, we got fur Mizzies around here, y'all. For day one. Exactly. And whether or not you want to just now sign as your friend or not, you still mess with somebody else's husband. So, girl, stop it. You was not that one. And they might act like one is scared, like she's some freaking God to the earth. I said, girl, you can't even write a book. Yeah, no, you should write a book, How to Be a Dummy. What to do to lose the bag. But then she go here, Peaches go around and say she moved on to drama with Drew. I said, you moved on nothing. You try to hold on to the drama with Drew because you want to have something to hold on to, because you don't want to answer to your question. I said, don't, why have you come back for you not to answer nothing? And I hate that. I said, what's up with y'all girls? Kelly, you dropped the ball. Angela, I hope Angela get there, because I said, girl, if she talked to me like she talked to you, I said, oh, we're going to air it all out. No, we're gonna get there, girl. Because I don't know who the F you think you talking to like that. Child, you know this is way damn well it's a cash trip. I don't care what nobody else saying. YouTube was saying, oh, no, it wasn't no cash trip. It was a peach juice trip. She paid for it. No, she did not pay for none of that trip. F out of here. You on a show and you gonna pay for your own trip? No, let Barbara pay for the trip. Pay for a trip for girls that you barely don't know. No, that was a cash trip. So Kelly and Chloe do yoga, and basically they was meditate and everything, and that whole thing. I agree. If you don't want to be on the show, or talk about it, why on it? Now I know some things that you may not want to share. Share it depends on your family if y'all want to share or not. Especially if it's not your tea, you don't want to keep that a whole. I'm fine. But if you on the show, yes, a lot of things are fair game. Fair game. You don't get to this high because you want to be on the cast. That's why I don't like that. If I was in production, I said no. If you're not sharing nothing, you off this cast. I said it. Yes, I said it. You off. And then I might find something, you hide it. And I said, no. Ask her this question. If you ain't gonna answer it, you're not being on this thing. I'm denouncing you. I could denounce you up to the show starting. You won't get no peach or the flute or apple, none of that. Now I don't feel like you did enough. They would hate Mizzy. They said, we don't need Mizzy as Mizzo as a figure producer because he's doing too much. He don't want to. Nah. I said no because you ain't showing nothing. Exactly. Drama with Drew. I said, girl, let that go. You didn't care, but not about no figure Drew and Simon filming together. And I said Simon's lying because he's still filming with Drew. He FaceTime her and the figure recent scene. That's still filming. When you and Simon got in your outs and y'all was messed up, then you start caring. Because if you and Simon was still together right now, you ain't care nothing what that hot dog man's doing. That hoe. You okay about the hoe? Oh well. Exactly. You're not doing what you get paid to do it. Exactly. You're not. You didn't care. You wouldn't care nothing. But now you don't have nothing to do. Simon don't want you to film in the house. Got you sitting outside doing confessionals in your YouTube channel. I said, girl, what is going on here? He told you not to film in the house. He ain't say you can't do no YouTube channels in your house. Like, why are you doing it outside? I mean, she did one inside and one outside, so I guess it's balanced. Whatever. So Chloe told her mother Kelly, she said, "Listen, I don't know if I want to get married because I don't want to be like you." She's like, "Oh no, Chloe, Chloe, no, I want you to get married, no." And it's hurt that my daughter had to see what I'm doing in my life that she don't want to get married. And I say, yeah, I don't want to see that because it's a girl. This guy raised your daughter since she was 3 years old and they turned around and become a monster. And I said, girl, you was one of the people who was sucking off. So don't act like you was surprised because you just messed up and got a baby by him. Now I don't know that's a messed up flaw. It's a blessing. But girl, you the one who just got pregnant. Like, at least the other ladies getting pregnant with him and had no kid by him. That daughter is a light skinned twin. Yeah, yes. Mm-hmm. So Drew said she got to get out of the house the first, the third, and the fifth weekend and leave out the house so Ralph could come upstairs to spend time with the kids. I got kind of court documents and court a judgment what that was. She got to leave her own house for him to come upstairs for the house that he said he paid for. I was like, what are we doing here? He tried to hold on and pay for the house. I said, no, damn well Drew probably was paying for a lot of that stuff. And so you want to hold on and pay for the house because that's where you got the house before Drew lived in there so that you could have something over her head that I pay for this. Knowing that she's paying the bills. So because of that, she can't really kick you out, huh? That's where you want to put your name on a deed and all that stuff like that. So because say it's your house. If I were Drew, I said, girl, I don't need your dusty, funky ass. I can get my own thing. He don't have to up, move, and leave. His freaking when she is her weekends, he don't have to up and leave and go for the weekend and go somewhere. He got to stay in that dusty ass basement, but so she got to go up and leave because I said it's your damn time. We know that. You know you don't come up when it's not your boy. He came upstairs. Oh, it's my time. I said, yeah, we know your time. Go stay downtown so I get up the door. You know when I leave out the door. Wait. But no, he always wanted to embarrass this girl. His job is to call the exterminator. I said, you could have done one little thing, call the exterminator. No, you supposed to do that, and you didn't call. I said, what the hell you doing? Call the exterminator. That's your job. Chef, that was my job. I said, okay, exterminator call. Come to the house. That's it. I did my thing. Back in the basement. And you go. She said she got a lot on her plate. He said, what plate? You don't pay the bills. I said, that now you try to play up. You try to mess up. You know, she's on the show, she paying bills. So I'm trying to act like she not. You got that dusty ass one always trying to play you like you don't be doing nothing. That's you don't get no funky behind roles in his marriages with some dudes that don't deserve it. Because this is exactly what they do. Act like they the man and that lead in the road. They can talk to how they want to talk to you because they pay for things. They did that. That's what saying traditional roles don't value women that much, and that's what you really want to do. But learn the dark side of that. There's a dark side of that. That's a woman fights to have the equality. I said, no, we ain't fight to have this equality. So throw me back like I'm freaking Steph from Housewives. Like, we ain't doing none of that. We ain't doing no harmonies dancing around here. Waiting for a hand and foot for you for the dusty ass man who don't deserve it. He dancing like he dancing like he keep stay in the basement. I said, what kind of freaking foot? What the hell is this? You dancing? You can stay in the basement? Now that's tacky. I can get to stay in the basement. I can get to stay in the basement. I was like, oh hell to the no. I said, girl, you attracted that? Now it sucks that he's okay, look a good looking man, but he's ugly. He go, Lord, it's just a money grab. You know, it's a money grab. She was so happy to say it's a money grab. It's just a money grab. I said, yeah, it's a money grab. She don't freaking got kids for him. What the hell? She ain't supposed to get no child support nothing from that dusty ass man because that's a child's father. Like I almost lost my life carrying kids for him. So it is a freaking money grab when I be married to this guy for a while. So what the hell you talking about? It's all right, boo. Long as you listening. What you talking about? I figured lawyer was getting on my nerve. I said, who kind of low budget freaking wig lawyer that is? So Britt Bougie talked to her mom, and then she said she didn't want to hate. She didn't want to hate all her life. She didn't want to hate all my life because it's like always. I say, girl, stop it. When you have a woman that always say that every woman hates her, that's a woman that you should watch out for. I said, why everybody hates you? No, it's something what you're doing. She even said her sister's jealous of her. Y'all just hate on me. Y'all just this. It's like, girl, you think too highly of yourself to be on this show like that. Everybody hates you. They all jealous of you. They want your life. You the only married girl in the cast so far, except for Shamia. And I'm not saying you have to have a lot of female friends. You don't have to. But I'm saying when you don't have no female friends and you think like every female hates you, no, you is the problem. No, when nobody hates you, you is the issue. Or her life, she had to fight. And I'll get up there and then mess with me. Stop playing with me. Because everybody in my life hates me. And I got to fight. I got to win their answers over me. I said, girl, stop it. You the problem. You is the problem. What had a life you had that you had to figure slob on a knob like a teenager or being webcam and all that extra stuff and doing all that stuff? If you was doing that, you was doing it, let it be. Because, that's a hard not life. You don't want to tell us you was a video vixen and that. I don't know video vixens sometimes have to fight for their lives too. A lot of ladies, yes, maybe that industry, if you get a lot of attention, they may hate on you. And you have to fight your way. But also, maybe she was probably doing the hating and thinking everybody hating on her. Goodbye. And then her freaking mom said she was a Miss USA and she supposed to, that was her. She was Miss USA, right? Yeah. Miss USA, she must be an example for the young girls like you. I said, so what kind of example you giving and what she was doing when she was slobbing it off? And she was doing video vixen and videos and when she was high school. So that was an example you was giving her? What were you then? Don't act like you gotta be freaking showing an example for the girls like that. No, if your daughter was coming around acting like having an imaginary beef with somebody who is the mother of the season, the remaining OG, who's the full-time cast member, then maybe her and King will have a good time on the show. But no, I will get to Confessionals in a minute too. I think she wanted to be the villain. She wanted to be a villain, so oh well. Her reputation had been tarnished. I said, go ahead. Your reputation tarnished, girl, Britt Bougie. What was this? Oh yeah, Peach Juice and Shamia met up. Whatever. Kelly Peace Bunch. Exactly. You under investigation for that. I said, girl, that was not that quick. You be on an investigation. No, you was on investigation for something else. First, you say you lost your license. That's why Angela said, based on what? What you mean based on what? Do you hear what I just said? I said, go get calm that freaking attitude. Knock that down, son. Knock that down, son. Because that's not how it works. You don't lose your license off no five by somebody selling something recently. They just don't take your license like that. And how you only on investigation? On investigation what? And maybe you told us you sold your business. So what business you doing? You on investigation? You lose your license for? You might still have your license, but what you doing that make you lose your license? Or you mismanage your funds? Or you not providing assurance like you're supposed to be doing? Oh, see, they need to have you there. They're all the way together. So Peach Juice not coming. She said, girl, I'm not coming because I got sick. I said, girl, we don't care. So Kelly told us that the guy, he out of jail and he owes $10,000 of child support. He only made one payment. I said, oh, child. She did. Got mad, very angry. I said, "Go, what you get angry for?" It was a legitimate question based on what? And you got mad. And now Angela, her going back and forth. That's why I like Angela. I said, Angela's good. She's like a upgraded version of Sheree. Oh, child. Because you know the bone carrier. That's what I say. She bone like she moving along on not just so much of a bone carrier, but also moving on the storyline. Because Kid's not around. So, based on what, girl? Because yes, anybody who has a license, knowing that your license is not gonna get it taken away like that, it gotta be a cause for them to take it away. It's not because somebody's showing you pictures of you. That's not that's not it. I said, you don't make one payment for child support. I said, good. What kind of man you dealing with? But okay, you know, a lot of men don't like to pay child support. $10,000, oh, child. And then it seems to me, Kelly, you got to pay unpaid rent too. So I said, unless assume your whole family have to pay things. Y'all better start paying stuff. Shamia's working with RL. You my wifey. And she used to be the help group with Harry Helson, and then I did Drew me and Shady about stuff like that. I don't know what she was saying about. I don't care. She's like, you just take it so far. I said, it's not. So I'm defending the peach juice. So what else? She taking so far. Whatever. It is what it is. Exactly. Just like she can never tell us, of course, what the hell made her flipped out with Kenya like that. She can't even the reason why she have an issue with Kenya. And not because she didn't give me no dusty ass hug. It was a pad. I got it here. So Britt Buju, that's why I say Britt Buju act like she wanted to be the villain and take the Kenya spot. Because she was bothered that the ladies was talking to Kenya and try to understand Kenya feelings. I said, you the one who threatened to unalive her and said you got to pistol her with for girls like her. She gonna learn today. So she have a right to feel like, and also they was cool with Kenya before they cool with you. So they gonna stop hanging out with Kenya because she showed pictures of you. It will be no pictures to show if you want to be like, girl, I'm a bang bang around here. You told us in an interview a few years ago that you always carry on you. Now all of a sudden you don't have no filming. Goodbye. And that's what Angel said. You fail to realize how we got here. Don't start from the middle. Don't start from B and C and don't start with A. We got here because you threatened the lady. You try to downplay it. Everybody trying to downplay her. So she had to take matters on her own hand. And yes, just because someone is threatening, afraid of someone, doesn't mean they're going to cower in the corner. Of being scared, those will always equate for you cowering. People tackle on what they're afraid of. You know, the flight and fight. People fight. People respond with threat. What a threat. So I don't know why everybody act like it's only one response when you get scared or something, or you get threatened by someone. People get aggressive when they get threatened. Doesn't mean they're not scared. Exactly. Whole relationship with her, and they gotta stop hanging with her because she did something for you. I said, Gan, just stand on it. Like Pete, you said you a quintessential housewife. And I said, no, she ain't standing on nothing. Because instead of pretending to act like I said, girl, yes, I did what I did, and that's my past, and I'm not afraid of it. You try to act like she did something like that. She's like, she just took something out of your phone and just blew it out and just show your case. I said, no, you put it out there. You put it on the porn site. Whoever you was dealing with, put it on the porn site. So if it's on a porn site, you did porn. Now we're gonna get to that in a minute because she was glad. She's like, I said, yes, that freaking porn spirit got in your throat. Said you're lying on porn. Porn said, girl, stop playing. You know you did it. You on my website. Child girl. So Shamia asked the same question that Angela asked. And I don't think Angela said it in the wrong way. She said, based on what? You get pissed off. She said, so Britt Boozou, how did you get your license lucid? I said, that's the same question that freaking lost. The Angela asked. So I got my license looking because I got the backlash, because the backlash, I got defamation. It's all under the vacation on that. Exactly. We all said that. I wish she rag tagged Britt Boozou behind in the freaking dinner table. Rag tag her behind in the lady, because I don't think she would have got let go if it was that manner. Because she did it in a public manner in a spa and opening with a bunch of randoms and stuff like that. That escalated it. Yes, it went too far. But she did it in the dinner table and said, girl, I got a picture on you sucking niggas like that. I said, girl, we all suck dick. That's what I was like. She said, listen, y'all both are born. She said, we both born. Nah, I said, I ain't together. It's like she is suffer. The same question. And she answered Shamia, but got pissed over when Angela asked her. I said, so you have an issue with Angela? Read the room. I am reading the room. That's my Angela. Don't back down to that girl. So episode 7. So Britt Bazooka, yes, her last name will be changed. Britt Bazooka is trying to buy a car. She tries to seduce her husband, have her leg up. Oh yes, husband, yeah, we gonna have the leg here. Yes, we on a car, like we can do something here. We gonna have the leg up. Yes. He said, "Girl, you do the muscle. Put the leg down." I said, "He didn't want no fish. He didn't want no fish, girl." Because the bird is still out if he's shifty, but we don't know that yet. But then she go around and say she heard that Charles got a baby on her. Charles got a baby on. I said, okay, keep that same energy in that confession and say it to her face. And let's see how we can go toe to toe with Angela, because you very bothered with Angela saying by you. So she got to go. I'm like, you got the win, girl. I can't sit next to you. The win is you got the win. It's overpowering me. So they had to sit her to the across the room. I say ain't gonna change nothing. As Angela invited Britt over to her house, maybe that's why she got a problem with Angela. Child. I don't need no freaking bazooka energy around here. Exactly. And what that guy's doing? What is he doing that he could come and have you pay for that car? Child, which I've been having since someone go give me that much car. Now I don't like no sporty car. Like give me a 4-door car that's good and functional. That is 2-door car is stupid. I don't like 2-door cars. I said keep that same energy. Talk about something Charles got a baby on. I said if she rag tag you behind the reunion or come at you. Exactly. He said you doing the most. Doing lift your leg up and all that stuff. I said, girl, you act like you would have the moment. You are not the moment. And yes, and you still quoting Kenya. You told Barter the man, you quoted said 12 hours. You want to 12 hours? Drew said, oh my God, the Kia spirit is in this room. Did you say 12 hours? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, 12 hours. I said the Kia spirit. Yes, the Kia spirit was always there. That's why I put it on thumbnail. Y'all see it? I'm not there, and they still quoted me. Exactly. Quoted me to the guards. 12 out. Girl, you just so bad when to be here. I said, gosh. Well, give me a nice little 4-door, and I can't have a little big car. See, I like cars grab to the ground, because I try big cars, and it just feels so uncomfortable to me. I like cars that grab, and then 4-door. Give me that. That's good. So at that time when it was at Angela house and everything, when Peach Juice was going like crying about it, she going pop and all that stuff, and yes, and said we could be cool with Drew and everything with Drew because you talk about they asked Drew if they can Drew and Peach Juice be cool and make a band. She said we could be cordial and everything like that. I said cordial, no, but you don't want to invite her to the trip. I said, girl, bye. It's like that. So she said, oh yeah, Michael Jordan is my cousin, y'all. Because I was Drew Jordan. And I said, child, you know, we know damn well Drew is lying about to be the cousin to Michael Jordan. So before Drew even sat down, and homie, I cannot do low to the ground cards. See? Be the opposite. I can't do high up. You can't do low ground. I know that's right. I can ride in a high car, ride like a cruise control. I can ride in it. I just can't drive on it. Drive with it. It just feels so funny to me. But he said, before Drew even sat down and even eat food or drink something, she said, you know, Drew, anyway, you know no cousin Michael Jordan. I said, no, we all know that. We know Drew was freaking lying about that. She said, oh, I did say that. I said, girl, you said it. Why are you acting like you confused like you say something? I said, that's what I said, Drew, yeah, Drew lies, but she lies by her own delusions, and it's not hurting anyone and everything. And it was like, you can't take Drew seriously because she be an actress. So I think sometimes she be acting her scene and be dramatic and do, oh my gosh, this, like, oh. I think she said, every time I say Kim is actually, even though there's no script, she's scripting. It's no script, she's scripting. Meaning she's acting her ass off. Something could be real acting, something could be acting. And it is what it is. After that, I don't take Drew any seriously. She said things, do things, take it a grain of salt. Now, what's real is that her marriage is, she get divorcing, that's real. She got children, that's real. Everything. When she interact with these ladies and everything, I was taking that as Drew is acting. So I don't know why y'all ladies get so upset with Drew is saying things like that. I said, girl, that's true. Just say that. Just girl, that's true. That's all. So she got a second court case hearing, and she's trying to get that case try to get the case sealed. Because she said she worried about something. I said, girl, what are you so worried about? What's in that freaking documents that you so worried about people find out? And she said she was more worried about freaking Ralph than her. As I said, so no, expose him. Why are you so worried about the thing? The kids gonna know things like it is what it is. People talking. You can't have everything from the kids. They know something. They know they freaking bald-headed, freaking airhead, freaking daddies downstairs in the basement. They know that. They know that daddy, mommy not together anymore. They know that. I said, keep that, whatever it is. I said, you want to keep it closed, just like that. Ralph said he want to be transparent. Drew, you had a 5,500 bag on this scene. Pay half of the exterminate bill. Chill. Oh, let that dusty ass pay for the bill. Oh yeah, pay half of it. Sure. So she's acting like he paid for everything. I said, girl, get the case open. It seemed like they gonna open the case. Exactly. Do your part. Do what you gotta do. Cause he is looking for ways. He can't even turn the document, his financial documents. I don't know why he's taking so long to turn the financial documents. You right in the damn house. The government, what the hell you doing? Go on, look at his freaking papers. You can search to find out his documents. You don't even keep waiting for him. Or whatever. He had to stay in the house. He's dancing to stay in the house, and then the case go get open. And now she's don't worry about it. I said, oh, child. So Kelly had the ladies over, Shamia, Peach Juice, Cynthia. They discussing and they talking. Peach Juice act like she's not bothered by Drew. I said, yes, you definitely is bothered. I don't know why you bothered, but you definitely are. I said, girl, stop it. Stop it with those antics. There you go. You care too much. And I Cynthia said, and I'm glad what Cynthia said. She said, girl, you act like you don't care. You care a lot. You get enough for that freaking hot dog man. I said, girl, you're not even with him. He said, we got a great co-parenting relationship. I said, you got a great co-parenting relationship. You have to worry about what he's doing. But you know, as we all know, that Dennis go do Dennis. If Dennis go to school, he go to school. If Dennis go get his dick sucked, he go get his dick sucked. It is what it is. Dennis go be Dennis. You know your man. No, you know your baby daddy. So why we bothered? That's what I'm saying. Why you not showing anything? Why are you not showing any paperwork or whatnot? But yeah, you want the case to be sealed, to be unsealed for transparency, but you can't be transparent about turning over your documents. So what transparency are you? So why you want the case unsealed? Bum behind. I can't. I can't. So she said, yes, we're going to Nashville, Tennessee. We're going to be a cowboy Carter thing. So grab your hats. And she said, oh, no, I didn't invite Drew. I said, why? You say you was a body, you could be cordial with Drew, but you don't want to invite her. So Angela invited Drew. She said, girl, bye. It's a cash trip. So Drew, yes, girl, because when she asked Peach Juice never straight out say no. If you don't want the girl, they say no, she's not coming on my trip. You left it open because you could have left it open because it's a cash trip. Don't try to act like this was only your trip, girl. You the host of the trip. It's your birthday weekend. Exactly. Have you all seen the season of Love? Oh, I can't do a Love Lock Up. I can't do a Love Lock Up. I haven't seen it. Hey, Diva D Boo. If it's good, we may watch it, but I'm not gonna review it. And I had my time reviewing it with Sarah, Duck Lip Sarah. Because I call it Duck Face, right? Duck Face Sarah. And Michael, all that. They had me going. And you didn't straight up say no. If you didn't want her there, just say no. So Angela's like, listen, Drew, I want you to come and everything. We're gonna make a man. She said, I don't know. It's like going on with me and whatnot. She said, Drew is a pathological liar, except for someone who is a pathological liar yourself. I said, you Peach Juice lies. Drew lies. You're gonna have Phaedra back. Phaedra lies. And please, y'all, don't even invite no Mia and no freaking Audra away, because we're gonna have a quadruple threat of lies. No, we can't do that. We'll have our heads all different directions. All four lies at all different corners, all different directions. We can't have four people lies in the show. No. Mm-mm. 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 No. So Mia, I'm glad you're in Atlanta, but no, we don't need you in the Atlanta Housewives. Mm-mm. We don't need you. Now with the old fucking basket case around here. And then Buju, she's lying about her stuff. So exactly. I'll say, good, you got some nerve. You can't even say it on your own damn truth. Talk about you can list the qualifications of what a housewife is. Britt Bazooka is not the housewife that you think it is. She is not that girl. And I hope this is her one and only done season. If she come back in that season, I don't know what to tell y'all. I don't know if I can't sit through another season with Britt Bazooka. Mm. Yes, that was on some other show. Exactly. So Drew and Britt Bazooka made up. I call her Brick Bougie. Now she's Brick Bazooka. And they sat down, and it was crazy because they both love lemon drops. And so Drew said, listen, did you ever sell it? Said what? The cat. I was like, oh shit. Exactly, she is. dusty behind. I'm not excited for her back. I wasn't even excited for Married to Minister, but everybody loved Phaedra, so I guess what it is. I had to deal with it. But she said, "Ever sell the cat?" I said, "Oh, that was a gag." Now people say, "Well, now if Britt Bazooka would have said, girl, did you get your kitty wet by Ty?" I said that she could say that if she was that type of villain, but she's not that quick like that. Such that no. So what you were doing on the webcam? You was there being free. What you doing as a video vixen? What you were doing? Who's the guy? You said somebody was filming you. So who was this? Girl, don't lie. And if you is, it's no big deal. But according to Bit Bazooka, she didn't sell no cat. I said, good, next question. She ever done porn? No, I never. Oh, I never. I never. No. I never. I said, girl, what's going with the throat? Did you get porn on something or not? Because I said the porn spirit was on that throat. I said, girl, don't try to lie on our name. You submit your video on Figure Porn. That's how it got found. Because you say you had to scrub the internet. Why you have to scrub the internet for? If you didn't do nothing, why you have to scrub the internet? Huh? Britt Bazooka, why you have to scrub the internet if you didn't do no porn? If you didn't do no porn, you have to scrub the internet. Why you scrub the internet if you didn't do no porn? And like, what's up with that? If you're not bad, so what you did, you have to scrub the internet. So why you have to scrub the internet? So why you did all that? You did all that stuff in your 20s and teenagers. Why you have to scrub the internet if you didn't do nothing bad? If you didn't do nothing bad, you're not bad. So why you have to scrub the internet? Pistol packing suit. Y'all remember Bonifa from Mad TV? That's how I was acting like that. If you have to do that, why you got to scrub the internet? If you have to scrub the internet, why you got to do that? You got to do the internet. You got to like. For real. I love that pistol packing Sue. Her name gonna be different. Her last name gonna be different. I'm never gonna call her Britt Edie. It gonna be Britt Bazooka. I call her Big Boujou. Next week gonna be something else. Same way that fly got her by. Exactly. Or her throat. I never did porn. I said, girl, why? She said, I did my webcam in my 20s, was my friend of mine, and we got naked. And so what you were doing with naked in the crib, you wasn't talking, you had a conversation with each other? Girl, how was your hair, girl? Yeah, how was your day? No, you ain't doing none of that. You were so naked with your friend on camera, and what you was doing. I said, girl, you made money. You made money. And yes, I made money doing webcam. Okay, you made money doing webcam, so you just, girl, stop. So Drew made a thing that she said, I may know the person who did that. She said, oh, so you know that dick? So which one? I said, which one is what? How many dicks you was sucking? Say you want which one? She said, the one in the pillow. So you know that dick? She said, no, I'm joking. I said, Drew, you like to joke a lot. Drew, you like to joke a lot. And they said, but she said, which one? Like, who? Yeah, I never knew that like that. I was a bit like camp. There were little girls. I was looking at camp. And I said, boy. So she made a joke about who dick is this. But she got stumbled. She's like, oh, what? So you say you got to know that dick because you didn't know who that is? I said, girl, we don't need to know who that is. You scrub the internet, right? So we don't need to know. Yeah, I told about Drew Ralph. They went to a court case. He danced because he could keep the basement. I said, I don't know what kind of nut fool that you think you is that you so gleeful that you could stay in the basement. If I was a lawyer, I would say, oh, good thing he paid me. I said, this is your third attorney. So that means nobody can really rock with Ralph like that. Whoever his attorney says, we can't deal with this fool. So this whole third, oh yeah, it's a money grab. It's a money grab. It's a money grab. I said, shut the fuck up. Who is you? That's a money grab. That's his fucking. She got kids by this guy, so she'll get some money from him. So that's how it is. If you got kids and about a husband who no good, you want somebody to say it's a money grab. It's a money grab. Fuck out of here. Yes, it's a money grab. He act like he paid for everything, so pay up. And your client don't want to get no documents, so how do you think it's a money grab? Like he ain't got nothing. So ladies are traveling. None of them ladies even realize that Angela missed a flight. They even realize she didn't even on the plane. I said, damn. So Drew, and they picked rooms. The rooms was damn dusty, horrible. I said, yeah, bro, I would love to play y'all. But I would love to pick rooms that bump beds to create drama. Drama love to pick rooms. I said, what kind of rooms is that? It was only 2 good rooms, and maybe the downstairs is that thinking spare room where you give Angela that room. I said, why you give Angela that room when Angela's coming late? You could have gave somebody else that room, like I sit there or something like that. But they had 2 great good rooms, one for Peach Juice, Shamir take the other one, and then they had a bunk beds room, and then they had rooms with like 5 or 6 beds on them in one room. It's not even a closed room. It was like a little attic. It's like that's it. Oh yeah. And she was so freaking hyped saying that on the camera. I said, girl, Lloyd, shut up. Who paid you? Oh yeah. Money grandma behind, yes, you gotta pay me. And I think I lose my life for giving these kids? No. So Drew wanna come. Drew is separated because she getting a record there for like that, but she gonna be coming later because it's a cash trip. You know, there where we all know we ain't stupid. Drew gonna be there. Production gonna want it to happen. So some way, shape, or form, she will be invited. Oh yeah. She said Shamia there. Trying to play Shamia. So they all sitting down having a dinner because I'm about to get out soon. Having a dinner, and stuff like that. And somebody asked, "Where's Drew?" I said, "You invite your so-called friends," and they had to ask, "Where's Drew?" Did you tell your friends and you invite Drew? Of course not. Now Marietta is everywhere. I said, Marietta, I don't know where you at, girl. You got to figure. You got an event magnet in your phone because everywhere's an event going in Atlanta. You there? We see Marietta there all the damn time. I said, here's a list of events of Atlanta, and I'm gonna be there. I said, Marietta, go somewhere. But she invited her sister and her friends there for her birthday. They invited the bull. Okay, I said, congratulations. And they sat down. So they invited for Drew. So I said, first of all, Angela didn't even brought up Drew. She just said she invited, but she didn't say nothing about Drew at that table. Somebody else asked, where Drew? And I said, because this girl want to invite Drew and this and my birthday. And I said, girl, you doing the most. You doing the most. Pipe down. And Angela said, girl, you doing the most. Girl, shut down. It's like she said, talk to me like a 5. She said, no, I'm gonna talk to you like you're 55. I gotta talk to you like you're 55. I said, no, you talking to her like a child, so talk to me like I'm 5. Yeah, like I love Angela. Talk to me like I'm 5 years old. So you want to talk to me like a child. So talk to me like I'm young. So what I'm like, yeah. At the end of the day, girl, you know Drew gonna be here. Stop acting like that. You like to break the fourth wall, like so it's the fourth wall. Drew's coming. It's a cash trip. Girl, get over it. It's like that. And Angela being messy, but that's the mess we need. Cause why not Drew cannot be there? Because I guess it's with Peach Juice will invite somebody. Y'all lucky the Kenya's not there. Well, Kenya, whatever. He probably would have invited Drew, but that'll probably be her vote. Yeah, because she was big bulkhead. Because before that, do you believe Angela's in her 40s? I don't even know what these ladies are because the way that they have their face on blowed up and filled in and Botox in, they could be their 20s looking like their 40s. They could be their 40s looking like their 20s. So, you know. Oh, I know I'm 39. So she's up 40s. It's like, oof. They sing some hymns. Bone tongue fillers. So she get all mad. I don't know. Because I can't. The way how they got their faces mixed up, I don't even know what ages they are. But I believe she could be older than me. Yes, I do believe so. I think she's on 40s. I know she's older than me, but so it was like getting mad and Drew this is that, and stuff like that. I said, shut up. And Drew gonna be here. And then one of her friends saying, oh, and that's why I said I ain't like how Angela P. Juice got at her. I said, Angela, girl, if I was her, I said, girl, who the fuck you think you're talking to? Because at the end of the day, you know what the fuck was something is. Because you Drew gonna come in and Drew what? And then whatever. And yes, I invited her. So what's up? Oh yeah, she's like Yoshi. Bloop, bloop. I said that Yoshi. I said, oh child, no filter. I love that. I thought she was 55, but into 1983. Oh, 1883? Ooh, child. Yeah. Drew is living her lives. She got her record deal. She ain't worried about y'all. So one of Peach Juice's friends said, sucking dick. Oh, sucking dick? Oh, so you try to shame Drew if she so-called allegedly sucking this dick? And if she was, and I said, I don't understand what y'all doing. Why are y'all ladies trying to shame another lady for sucking dick? Don't y'all all suck dick? Y'all got children in this tables and stuff like that. Have y'all all suck dick? Those of you who follow my channel, I'm a part of the community. I know I have. So I would say, girl, we all suck dick at this table. If y'all gonna say that's too much, right? Because it was too much on the picture by a picture sucking dick. But somebody said at the table, y'all all cool with that? Oh, it's not too much, right? It's not too much. But glad Britt Bazooka said it's too much. I said, oh, I know you would say it was too much because it was too much for you when you see the picture. So I was saying, so all Shabia, Cynthia, all y'all sitting there looking like that. Y'all was like, oh, but none of y'all say it's too much, right? No, it's too far. It's too far. Why we ain't doing that? But it was too far when Ken showed the picture, but it's not too much that the bitch said it in the secret table. Yes, I call her that. Yes, I said it. No, keep it equal. Make it even. Is it too much? Because sucking dick is too much. So get on her. Yeah, you know what Shamia did? Shamia said she was twerking and doing stuff like that after she got that call. So we all know what you did because Shamia said herself. So we all done it. So you can't shame me for sucking. You can't shame me. And what? We all do it. And what you got? What else you got? What else? We all busted wide open. Look, I got 8 out, even though I probably didn't. So I got 8 out, and I was like, I think he ate me out. We all grew up in the 90s. This is a song. And then I'm bang bang. Yes, we all was on that. You wanna go to freak to the day or to the door? You're gonna whoop whoop. It's like, girl, you gonna shit. If I would have a whole Kiki in that table, I say, yeah. Girl, you do it kinda slow. You gotta get it up the window. Like, hey, really, 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 rock my birthday. Hey, really, 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 turn me out. Chill. I would have turned that whole thing. I said, yes, we did. Oh, you like it, Daddy? How you like it, daddy? Shell, girl, bye. Fuck out of here. Girl, you the one who did it too. You know that he does it, right? You had a baby by him. You was sucking, so don't try to act like it's so. Shut out here. Y'all shame each other. If I were Angela, I would did all that. All that stuff I did, I would have done that. So we what the fuck? All right, so let's get to the Kenya confessions real quick before we get out of here. Kenya has a YouTube channel. She said her side of things. So let's go through real quick. So she got receipts. She talked about that video that Peach Juice said and said that, and was somebody send her the videos, the photos, stuff like that, and she said no. She got it from the internet. It was on the internet. Nobody sent it to me and everything. And it was alleged that Ming Lee gave it to her, and Ming Lee said no, I didn't. I have photos of Britt Bazooka, but I didn't share it to no one else. And she said it's not true either. So I know it's on the internet. You think you scrubbed everything. Sometimes when you think you scrub things still be out there. And it's not revenge porn because she didn't break any law. Because I said if she didn't break any laws, she would have probably got sued by now. It's been a year now. You didn't sue nothing. But you're on around doing this interviews and press tours. Was it distasteful? Was it tactless? Was it disrespectful? Yes, it was all that. But it was no RP. Because I'm thinking, like, listen, it would be RP to me if I shared something that was not in public and I have access to something and I blew it out there. That's RP to me. Every state got their different laws. But she said she shouldn't have done it in her salon, which all has said that. That's why I said, Kenya, why you did that? We all said that she should have done a salon. She apologized for that. She's apologized numerous times about it. But Bazooka don't need to take no accountability because she didn't on the show. But on the show, she act like she ain't saying nothing last time. So I didn't do that. None like that. Now watch what happened live. You can't even give us an example of what the hell you said, why you have an issue with that, and you want to take accountability on watch what happened live. Like that's a dusty ass. Keep that. You don't care. Now everybody kept talking about that freaking scene about Ken. They said, "Oh well, Ken said this in the past." I said, "You know what? This is sometimes y'all simpletons." Not us. We're Mizzies. We're good. But people online. Because I say, when you be reading the tweets and you be reading the Instagram, I said, oh my God, I know some of us be sitting here like, what the hell? Oh, yeah, for real? That two is not the same. It's apples and oranges. She's in her freaking own closet, having a good kiki with her best friend Brandon. And yeah, she showed it. But Phaedra's not around. She was not in that room. She wasn't threatening them. They wasn't having an argument. Now, Phaedra was in that room, and she said that, and Phaedra felt threatened, then it was the same thing. But that's not what it was. So y'all need to stop doing that. Stop all that. It's ridiculous. And everybody, the first interaction she had with Britt wasn't shady. We all know how Kenya could shade. That was shady. And I said any normal person would ask the same question. So I don't understand what issue Britt was getting from that thing was shady. You said this was your second. Yeah, this is my last. Second wedding ring. You didn't have no wedding band on. I know some people don't like to have both on together, but usually when you don't have the wedding band on, it's an engagement ring. But some people I know have wedding ring when they don't have an engagement the wedding band. It is what it is, I guess, the new age. But normally people have the wedding ring and the wedding band. The ring and the wedding band. To know that you're married. And you said you're your second. Now, you didn't say it was an upgraded ring from your first one. You didn't say none of that. You said that after she had to ask you the question. If you would have said that, girl, yeah, my husband had to give me a second upgraded ring because, girl, the first one, it was my anniversary. He had to upgrade my ring, girl. And no, it would be no misconception when she said that. But no, you said, this is my second wedding ring. So, you got married before. No. I got married one time. It's my husband. It's my second wedding ring. I said, girl, so the hell? It was misinterpreted. She said what she said, and it was clear how she said it. And most people would thought it's your second marriage. Because you said it's your second wedding ring. I don't know you like that, girl. So you wanted to have a moment. Because that same scene, what Kenya only freaking hugged Cynthia. She didn't even hug Drew like that. She air kissed Drew, hug Cynthia, and say hey to everybody else. Angela was around because she wouldn't even hug her either. Yes, DVD. Yes. I used Martell and Mel as an example. They tape was private and he shared it and threatened her. Exactly. That's RP. Brit was for public consumption. Yes, because she shared it on the internet and people could watch it. And those who watch porn, what if our favorite porn star come around saying, "Oh, you RP me," when all they figures have mad sex scenes? You wanted to have a moment. Just that same thing. But Kenya, you didn't give me a hug, Kenya. A hug. You hug everyone. So then, who I hug? Well, Cynthia's my best friend. Come on, girl. Y'all acting trouble. Trouble? Why? Trouble? It's like, girl, she even hug Kelly. She even hug Angela. Or just the band. Oh, yes. Or just the band. Yes. I know. I don't know anyone who I know anyone who's married just wear the engagement ring. Exactly. Exactly. You didn't give me a hug, Kenya. You didn't give me a hug. That was a pet, Kenya. That was no pet. That was no hug, Kenya. That was no pet. I said, oh my gosh. People don't go around trying to ask for hugs like you'll think a dude that can't take a no. Not everybody going around going to people you don't know just hugging them like that. You got to feel the energy out. And everybody, and like sometimes I go to parties, like I'm a good person. I'm a good energy feeling person. Some people I might go, like my niece party this Saturday. I'm going to hang out. Like last year, they had friends that I didn't know. When we first sat in each other, I said, "Hey, how you doing?" But after the end of the night, we were all having had a good time dancing and shit like that. I said, "Hey, how you doing? Good. Hi. Good night. Good night." We hugged them. When we first met them, I ain't hugged them. You just say hi. But at the end of the night, when we all had drinks and we was feeling good and stuff, like we was hugging each other. Say, oh, let me have drinks before. See, my birthday party when I had my niece's house too. I had a birthday party. One of her friends hugged me, said happy birthday, boo. I said happy birthday, boo, too. Back to her. It wasn't even her birthday. Child, we had a good time. Child, happy birthday, boo. I said thank you, happy birthday, boo. It wasn't my birthday, it was my birthday. But whatever, we all birthdays today. Child. So I think King was saying that Brit was coming in as a villain edit. She wanted to be the villain. And I said, I agree. Because she coming in so hot for some reason, coming after the freaking OG, the person that she should be coming after. Chad, it would have been best if you and Kelly would have tag team and came after freaking Peach Juice. That would have been entertaining. But no, you want to come after Kenya? It was no reason for to come after Kenya. For what? If you want to be the villain, stand on it. Say, yes, I said this. Yes, I fucked it. Yes, I fucked the money. Yes, I did porn. Yes, I was a video fixing. And what up? I'm Britt Bazooka here, y'all, and I'm here to stay. Be a villain all through a thing. Don't play victim. They say you can't be a villain and play victim. Kenya was never act like she was a victim. Now I know some people otherwise saying that Kenya act like she a victim. I don't know. She don't think she act like a victim. She stands on it. She admit that she always been a villain. So the girl, get out of here. She's calmed down, but she always admitted that she was a villain and she's not a victim. She know what she does and she know what she did. So don't be a villain and want to be acting victim and want everybody to feel sorry for you. I said goodbye. So we all know Ken says she retaliates. That's always been her MO. She retaliates. Sometimes she needs to work on it or go too far with retaliations, but she retaliates. And I guess people, and I did feel like doing the first couple of filmings, so we could film it. Production probably told Britt Bazooka that you was boring, girl. Step it up. And that's when she started coming out with this old thing about, oh my God, she has shaded me. You ain't giving no hug. You want this is that. She was shade. I was like, create all these issues. Peasant, you gonna be a peasant? You gonna learn today? I got pistols to whip for beats like this. You gonna learn today, peasant? So she was doing all that. That's why they probably told her she was boring. I said, girl, you want to be a villain? You boring, girl. Step it up. And she stepped it up the wrong way. Took account. Some people saying she didn't take no accountability for action. You know, when she went to Tamron Hall. Yes, maybe some of her stuff she was saying, oh, I didn't want to do it. And this is stuff. I said, girl, maybe she needs to cut that out. It was not about the daughter. She threatened you. You show the pictures. It is what it is. However, do you know that kids always have to apologize and take accountability? But Britt Bazooka go on, figure online, say I didn't do no such things. But now I'm gonna watch what happened and act like she wanted to take accountability. I said, girl, stop. Who you flip flop before? Girl, bye. Get out here. So it was a lack of judgment for sharing that photos. I said, yes, you shouldn't have done it so long. I don't know what the hell was wrong with you, Kenyon. Like I said, if I was production, I was there for Kenyon. I was Kenyon's friend. I would have probably slipped past that day. I would have probably took that photos before the scene even started. And then before they started filming, I said, oh, who is poster board? Oh my gosh. Good. Throw it out. Kid would be mad at me. She said, who took my poster boards? I'd be like, now who took Kenyon poster board, y'all? Why y'all did that? Who took her poster boards? No, that I did it. But still, I will act like I didn't know what I did it. I said, okay, you ain't showing this. You're not messing up your event. Don't show this. I said, she ain't nobody. I would took that poster board. I would have hit that poster board. She would have to be mad at me. Or if she finds out if I did it. But she would still be here, though. Right? Okay, but you know, I'm animated, y'all. So that's how I like to be. I would have hit that poster boards. She was mad. I was like, oh, girl, who did that, y'all? Why y'all hold that poster board? You know, she paid a lot of money for that. Y'all need to stop doing that. Why? That's how you have your friend back. She would have to lose her figure peach over the dust ass Britt Bazooka. So she escalated the situation. I said, oh, damn, Kenya. Why, girl? Now everybody can talk about the Ken Fields thing. I said, can y'all let that go? Yes, she did that, Ken Fields. We all were upset with that. She apologized. Ken Fields right off her upshores, and they all good. If Ken Fields not mad at her anymore, why are we still upset? Yes, we all know that Kenya did things as retaliation against people in the past. She was the villain, y'all. We all know that. So why are we holding on to villain? Come on now. We all know she was a villain. But does Phaedra had to apologize? Like, no. She had to apologize. What was it? Apologize for some of her. She had to apologize for some of her actions. She was the only one who was physically attacked in the cast, but she always had to humble herself. And that's why I said, Kenya, listen, if they ask you back, I won't even let it come back. I said, no, let the girls have it. I did my mark. I did 12 years this season. Listen, I'm good. Thank you, Bravo. Thank you, Truly Universe, whatever the name is. Thank you, NBC. Thank you, all that. Thank you, Andy. But I'm out. Because everybody trying to act like Kenya was nobody before. No, Kenya was someone before she got an Atlanta Housewives. Britt Bazooka is nobody. So she needs this show. I don't need this show. So I want to come back. I said, let the girls have it. Let them girls have it. Y'all want to go in another direction? Let them have it. Kelly's doing good. Angela's doing good. You can keep Drew because Drew is a homegirl. So Shami is good. And work around that. Throw away peach juice and throw away Phaedra. Cynthia is out. So get some other new girls and let them continue the Housewives franchise. What the hell's going on right here? Child. So everybody said, why you did co-production? I said she did. She told us that she did that before. Like, I don't know what y'all saying. Like, Kenya told us that she did win way before the season started. She told us she went. And then they didn't do nothing about that. So she took matters in her own hand. Because how, and Andy said, oh, it was an investigation. They couldn't find that she didn't have to fire her. I said, how you had an investigation 3 weeks ago, like 3 weeks later? What investigation? Did y'all did it pat her down then? Again, saying when y'all do filming, y'all don't pat them down. Y'all don't check their bags when y'all film. So how you investigate it? That's what I say, Andy, you full of it. You full of it. Now I know everybody act like he's the face, but he don't make decisions who get hired or not. Everybody's gonna stop acting like Andy make decisions who comes or not. Listen, he doesn't. He doesn't make decisions. He said it himself and owe him out. And everybody still act like Andy is the freaking person who no, he doesn't fire or hire people. He said out his mouth he doesn't do that. He's just the face of the network. So yes, it is. It's like, gosh. And they still say, if Big Bazooka could get away with saying that to Kenya, would she would have get away with saying that for Figure Beverly Hills or other shows? No, they wouldn't. The minute that she said that, I said, we don't want her. We want her out. We want her out. We can't deal with that ghetto-ness. We can't deal with the ghetto. Oh, she too hood for her. She would have been gone. We don't even sit with Bazooka anymore. If she was on Beverly Hills, said that shit. Oh, you'll learn today. I got pictures like that with those which fishes? Oh no, they wouldn't have done that. Oh, I'm scared for my life. I can't be around with her. I can't be around with her. I can't. They would pull that tears out and she would have been gone. Because they think that we talk like that. And I said, you know what? It sucks to say that. In our own community, we do talk like that and play around and joke around, shooting and do all that stuff like that. But I said, no, we can't be playing like that because somebody could be real seriously and they could really do it. So how you know she had it if she always says she always carries and then she go watch my like, I didn't have it that night. How you know? Did they pat you down? No, they didn't. Or check your bag? No, they didn't. So you can't do investigation 3 weeks and act like she could say no. So that's what y'all did. That investigation, y'all asked her, she said no. Oh, investigation ended. Get the fuck out of here. When y'all heard her say that, y'all should have went there. Ooh. Do the jewel run. Y'all remember the jewel run to the courthouse? The jewel run? I said, go, give me that bag. What? Pistol whips? Well, let me see it. Girl, what's this? Off my set. Now. Off. Y'all ain't do none of that. If y'all took it seriously, that didn't want to happen. The pictures is showing it would not happen. Y'all didn't take it seriously. That's what she took it up there. Now, she should have done it there, but she took it there. 3 weeks went by. He said investigating. I said, y'all need to stop. If y'all wanted to let go King, y'all could have said that. Y'all wanted a moment to let her go. Y'all did it. And that's what I said. If you was invited back for next season, because they said they stop filming for you for this season, I would have said, no, thank you. Worry about yourself. Don't thank you. I'm good. So she had to protect herself. She said she ain't gonna talk about Cynthia. I said, I don't know about that Cynthia thing. I said, girl. Yes, Cynthia was right for holding you down. Cynthia was right to say that this was beneath you, and it was beneath you. You shouldn't have not done that. But for to say that Bazooka was a mistake, and she said what she said was a mistake. No, she didn't say what she was saying was a mistake. She said because she wanted to one up on Kenya and threat the girl. Yes, you did. Because that's the type of stuff you are. In that episode, you say you got locks. If people want to get out of hand in this cabin. And sometimes in street lingo, locks mean you put stuff in your socks to bang a girl on. Yeah, we all know we grew up with the lingo words like that. Now we are like, oh, you got a safe with locks or somebody gonna steal your stuff? No. That could be one. But the other thing could be on the hand that you have locks, meaning you got stuff and you put it in your sock and to knock a bee if they want to act up. Mm-hmm. We know it's in you. It's in you, girl. It's in you, Bazooka. It's in you. So she was invited for the union and they got uninvited. He said, you know what? Y'all doing too much. Y'all raised her for open the credits. Y'all raised her the confessional. You could at least keep the confessionals. National reunion. What the hell are we gonna talk about? Don't even talk about that freaking whole thing about Britt and Kenya and Kenya's not there to defend herself. We're not having that. If that's what happened, I'm not even watching the reunion. I don't care. I will watch the season. But if y'all not having her and she don't have the video or none of that, I'm not watching it. Because we're not gonna have no whole figure segment or part one talk about Britt, Bazooka, and Kenya's not there to show her side of things. And we're going to one side of event. We're not having that. We're not watching it. Well, I'm not. And she gonna have her own sit down with Andy, like a special part with Andy to have her say and give her a little final say. Y'all can keep that reunion. Y'all can keep that. Invite her and uninvite her. What the hell? Y'all gonna do? Like, if that's the case, y'all just cut the whole scene out and don't even show all of that. Y'all could not have shown on that. You could have shown the figure threat and comment. You should have shown this along. Y'all ain't showing last year when there was no issues. It was no drama at her salon. Y'all didn't show it. Y'all X'd it out. So you could have shown none of that. X all of that if you're not gonna show nothing. You gonna not invite her for the union? That's tacky. That's tacky. So no, it'd be stupid. And I bet I'm in no 3 parts. If it say 3 parts and Ken's not around, I say, oh, y'all can keep that. Y'all know I don't like 3 parts of reunion. Y'all can keep that. And it was just recently she got uninvited, a couple months ago. Because y'all know that they do filming of reunion recent time. So she got uninvited a couple months ago. So they made a decision that not to invite her. Why? Why? Y'all ready to punish her. Y'all ready to cut her off this, like, so she talked about her business. She said she had a lot of repeat customers. They have a good time. They had good reviews. She had a 4.9 review. And then after the incident, everybody who never showed up, never been in her salon, will write negative reviews because they don't like her. I said, that's tacky. That's whack. But yeah, she's not there, but people still use her taglines. And yes, they are, because they just used it in the latest episode, Twirl Out. That's good. That's not your slanging. If you want to say something, you want to be a Brit Bazooka, you want to be a villain, you need to create your own taglines. Don't mess with me because I kept a whip for girls like you. Have your own saying like that. Don't be using paper taglines. But we know you was a big fan. A big fan. You got disappointed because she didn't show up the way how you wanted to show up because you saw the past season how she was. And you said, oh, I'm going to get that kind of version. When you know in the recent kind of season, King calm down. So how much of a fan were you that you know that she didn't give you that energy that you thought she was going to give you? Goodbye. You wanted to have the moment. You want to be a villain and say, oh, I could take that King down. You took her down. But it was no peach to take away. And I said, King Boo Boo, you tricked yourself out of the spot, girl. I don't know how you did that. No ma'am, no hand making the cheese. I ain't gonna let this dusty chick act like she want to be a new villain, trying to take me on the spot because she want to have a moment. Goodbye. But that was Confessionals, y'all. Anything else that I missed on the Confessionals? Because that was just straightforward. It was only like 30 minutes of Confessionals in the review. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Despite the freaking Boujou and Bazooka spirit try to knock my internet out when I was talking about her. But I'm back on, so I'm not under that part out. I'm just going to keep right in there. So please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Tell me how y'all feel. I think I might come back tomorrow to do some social topics because there's been a lot going on in media lately and we can discuss. So, yes. A couple of things I want to have coming up that it may subject change. You know, things change sometimes. I want to do the listening sessions of Tina Knows, The Mother, book. I did, had Audible, so I downloaded it. I want to do that and have that up and get commentary and share that out there and everything for all members. I want to I gotta continue to be on the gates. I'm way behind y'all. I'm sorry. Don't beat me up. Don't beat me up, y'all. I'm sorry. I've been behind beyond the gates, but I will keep up with it. I stopped at episode 16, so I gotta catch up and give y'all the review on that. So probably do a pre-recorded style. And that's that. I know Never Ever Mess came out, but I don't know if I want to review it. I probably just watch it, and if anything entertaining comes, I'll probably talk about some things. Oh, Caught in the Act came back out, y'all. You know that'd be a hoot. I might put that in my rotations. Bring that back. But anything else, y'all let me know. I appreciate y'all coming through. Any last little thoughts before we get out of here? All right. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. If y'all missed anything and y'all want to have to say something, please hit my Discord. It's the description box down below. Click my Discord. That's there because that's why I update a lot of my things. I give you my opinions about stuff. I share things more than I would do on YouTube or my Discord. So y'all follow me there and whatnot. Until then, you know I never thought of Key as a villain. You know, I don't think she was a villain that much, but you know, she been a villain of the show. People say she had to be one, so she claimed that she was. And I say, you know what? Because I feel like King always retaliate if you mess with her. That's always been her MO. And that's what I say, like, you mess with her, she retaliate. But you know, she was coined the villain, and she took it. So yeah. Oh yes, yes, great boo. Yes, I gotta keep on gonna be on the game. Don't get me wrong. I won't go and catch up with y'all. I'm definitely gonna catch up and give it to y'all. I'm not gonna let it go because Beyond the Gates is really good. I enjoy the show and lots like that. But yes, love you. Appreciate y'all. Come through and I'm get myself ready and get the hell out of the way and go to work. Have the overnight shift. But I can't wait after I finish this overnight shift. I'll have a 3-day weekend. I'll have a good time, y'all. You know, drinking and stuff like that. And eat good food. But yeah, we be around. Enjoy. And that's that. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that Shannon Sharp stuff. I gotta listen to it tonight. I'm gonna take some notes. So yeah, maybe tomorrow I'll do some social topics. I gotta talk about the Shannon Sharp thing and whatnot. Oh yeah, I'm not talking about that political stuff. I already know what's going on, but I'm not talking about that. Political stuff ain't happening in this channel. Ain't talking about none of that. But until then, appreciate y'all. Later. Bye. And love y'all. Thank you for all the new ones who came in. Shanique, hope you welcome back. Hope you not this one time and you got to come back for more. Thank you, Queso Ray. Thank you, CM, DVD, Jada, and anybody else who's been watching the bushes. Appreciate y'all coming through. And CM, until next time. Let them know, Kenya, I'm not there. They still quoted me. That's right. Let's try out. All right, later, y'all. Peace out.